everybody, this is Monty with Flowers by the Bunch. Today we're going to put together a quick arrangement for a get well soon. But our client asked that we make an arrangement in shades of pink. So we're going to do some shades of pink with a little bit of green, a little bit of white. I'm going to start out with just a glass vase. I have filled it with fresh water and added a little bit of flower food to that vase. So it's just, we usually call it, I think it's just a garden urn is the name of the vase. I'm going to start out with a little bit of greenery. And the greenery that I chose is lemon leaf or salal. And I'm going to take that greenery using my floral knife, cut that stem at an angle and just tuck that right into that vase. Now when adding greenery to your vase, you are going to try to keep the greenery from getting in the water. And the reason we do that is because the greenery will cause bacteria to grow in the water. So try to keep any of your foliage out of your water. So I'm just taking that floral knife, cutting that stem at an angle, and filling our vase with our greenery. All right, next we're going to come in with a little bit of Israeli ruscus. So Israeli ruscus is fairly inexpensive, yet it really makes a pretty foliage. I mean, it's a pretty foliage to add to an arrangement. I like that it has a little bit of a line to it, so it gives us a little bit of length in our arrangement. So when I make any arrangement, very often, if you've watched me design, you'll see me add foliage first. I just find that that foliage gives us a really good grid to hold our flowers in place. Okay, next I'm going to come in with Bells of Ireland as my line flower. So Bells of Ireland are just a really pretty green line flower. I'm going to take this and pinch off the tip of that bell. I just don't love the way that foliage looks, so I always pinch that out. Now if you like the way the foliage looks, it's completely okay. You can leave that in. Now you're going to watch and see, I'm going to kind of hold my flower up to my vase to kind of see where I want to cut it. So I'm just holding it up beside my vase, kind of on the side of the counter here. I'm going to cut it at an angle, and I'm going to place that flower right into the center. Now if that flower is too long, cut it again. But I suggest cutting less than you think, because you can always cut more off the stem. You can't add any to the stem, okay? I'm going to take my second bloom and tuck it right in, and then my third bloom, I'm just stripping some of those blooms off that stem because I don't need it quite that long, and I'm tucking the third bloom right in. So I have my flower arrangement with one, the middle flower is the tallest, and then two that are kind of stepped down. Next we'll come in with some mini green hydrangeas. I love a mini green hydrangea because it's small. It's not so overwhelming like a standard hydrangea. What I'm doing here is I'm removing any of this foliage. I'm going to take my floral knife, cut that stem at an angle, dip that stem right into a little bit of quick dip. Now the reason I use quick dip is because it helps keep those flowers hydrated. So I'm going to turn it around and you'll see I have hydrangeas all the way around. Next I'm going to come in with a couple of stems of these pretty white moms. They have a little bit of a green tint to them, so I liked them. I thought they were pretty. Gives us a little bit of weight in this arrangement. All right. Next we will come in with some, these are a really pretty blush pink spray rose. It's hard to tell that they're blush until you hold them up close to a white flower and you'll see they're a little blush. I'm going to tuck these in as kind of our filler flower, just to give us a little bit of this sweet blush color. All right, so it's becoming full. Next we're going to come in with a couple of pink lilies. So I have some pink oriental lilies, really pretty soft pink. Cut that stem at an angle. I'm going to tuck that right into that vase. See that pretty pink in the top there? Now I'm going to take this and I'm actually going to cut the bloom off that stem, cut that bloom, that stem at an angle, and I'm going to nestle that little pink lily right down into that arrangement. I'm going to remove the stamen from the lily because they're going to open up and cause pollen to get on the flower. So I went ahead and pulled those out. And I tucked this lily in the top of the arrangement. This one lily is damaged, so I'm going to snip him out. Snip that one out, he's damaged. So there are our lilies kind of up here toward the top. Next we're going to come in with some pretty pink roses. So I have 5 stems of a pretty pink rose. This is really going to be our pop of color. So I'm going to take this rose and I'm going to go ahead and wire the stem. So I'm pressing that wire right into that calyx and I'm just twisting it right around the stem. So what that's going to do is it's going to keep that head standing tall. No matter the amount of water the flower arrangement gets, it's going to keep that head standing up. Taking this it's a fourth, but we've got an empty spot here in the arrangement, so I'm taking that, putting that right down in that arrangement there. So you can see I have 1, 2, 3, and then I did put another one on the back so that the back wasn't empty. And we have, let's see what else. Let's go ahead and add a little bit of wax flower as our filler flower. So we have a pretty white wax flower that we're going to add. So I'm just going to take it and just pop it. It just breaks really easily. And I'm going to go all the way around in this arrangement, tucking that wax right into that vase, making sure it touches the water. And I'm going to use about two full stems. The wonderful part about wax is it spreads out really well. One stem is a pretty good size stem, so it goes a good ways. All right, and the last thing we're going to add to our arrangement is a little bit of eucalyptus. So I have 1 stem of pretty eucalyptus, and what I'm going to do is I am going to just add this around the base of our arrangement. So I took my knife, I cut that at an angle, and I am just going to nestle this eucalyptus just kind of around the base. Now I love to use euc as my finishing foliage. It just gives us a little bit, almost, I mean, it makes it look a little more expensive and a little fancy. And it smells so good. All right, and here is our finished Get Well Soon arrangement. in a pink theme. Now we did pick out a fun get well soon balloon that had pink, and so we will add that to this arrangement and we will deliver it wishing someone well. Guys, I hope you have a wonderful day. If you have any questions about how we do things, you know, don't hesitate to ask. We're happy to answer those questions. And if you have not already subscribed to our channel, be sure to hit that button down below. We would love to have you as part of our family. Have a great day, guys. See you soon.